Hello there, my name is Wycliffe Nyofonga here, and in this video I want us to talk about using networking as a strategy to fundraise. Using networking as a strategy to fundraise for your NGO. I have attended countless number of networking events in the NGO space, and one of the things you always encounter over and over again, you must meet at least one or two international NGOs or donors who are looking for credible organizations to network with. And I've come to realize that most often the problem is not whether there is enough money for donation, but whether NGOs have positioned themselves to benefit from the networking opportunities. So today I'm going to tell you how to leverage networking in order to fundraise for your NGO. Before I begin, you must ensure that just like you, the other party that you want to network with are looking forward to engage an organization with a capacity and an adequate internal systems that can maintain and sustain the integrity of the donor. So I am assuming that you have put your house in order, you have necessary policies, you have developed systems, and now you're looking for a donor. So how do you leverage networking as a donor? So one of the things that you can do is that you can pursue international donor so that you become what is called a local implementing partner. Most often when you go to meet donors or when you want to get donors, most donors do wonderful projects in Europe, in America, in Asia, but they are wondering whether they can implement such projects in places like Africa or other places. So once you attend the networking event, and I will give you an example of networking event shortly, it is easy for you to strike a conversation, and based on what you do and programmatic alignment, it is easy for you to establish a meaningful relationship that will lead into substantial resources to sustain your organization and implement your program. So you can partner in different perspectives. As a local implementing partner, we call it LIP. You can be implementing a project or you can be doing a research based. Now, one area where people do a lot of networking is what is called the United Nations systems. United Nations always has an annual program which they outline. Many organizations who are qualified technical capacity have been given access to that system. So ensure that if you're running a credible organization, find out how you can get those kind of access to an annual calendar of event by the United Nations and other global entities like World Bank, be it United Nations, Africa Union, whichever kind of organizations that is within your region. You can look at them and plan appropriately, identifying which one has got the greatest meaning. And by the way, some of them pay things like per diem or flight or accommodation. So the sooner you ascertain which one you can attend and express your interest, the better. But ensure that you're dealing with the organization which has accreditation by the United Nations. Another networking event is what is called local government association. In each and every country, the government tries to bring stakeholders, especially civil society organizations together, including non-profit. So find out which kind of networking association is in your area and join that networking association and attend their events. Whenever you attend, reach out, carry your card, communicate what you're doing. Use what we call a result-based management framework, where you communicate impact, not what you do, but you communicate what you have achieved and what you're planning to scale those achievements. Now, there are networks of program-based. In East Africa, in places like, I think like Somalia, we have what is called clusters. Food security cluster, nutrition cluster, health cluster, wash cluster. We have as many CCCM, camp management, camp coordination management cluster. So join a cluster, and through that cluster, you will get what is called privileged information. Apart from that, you will also have data that will help you whenever you are doing an application. And being a member of an association also demonstrates your credibility. So do that. Number next, ensure that you attend international events. A few months ago, there was the International Humanitarian Conference in Dubai. There are others, I know guys who are attending in New York. Actually, there are as many international networking events as possible. So you just plan appropriately, check with the relevant entities, and identify networking events that will suit you. When you get there, you'll be shocked that most donors are just looking for credible entities and organizations to partner with. And the number next, ensure that you have partners with at least 2 fundraising entities. As a consultant, I work with at least 2 organizations that have just given me authorization plus an email to fundraise for them. Of course, before I do that, I have to check the credibility of that organization. What are the internal management structure? If they accept, then we build their internal capacity to the level that now you can put your name to that organizations. When you give your organization to at least 2 fundraising partners, it is easy because they will be looking for donors and they will be looking for fundraising for funding opportunity for you. So that is a very, very important collaboration event that you should also pursue. And then my next is also ensure that your organization is attached to what is called some of the premium fundraising platforms. There are at least I have subscribed to over 10 premium fundraising platforms that gives you privileged information. I call it a network because it gives you information that others don't. And very soon we are launching a platform where we will be researching all premium fundraising opportunities and we'll be placing them in a single platform for all of you to access. So that is coming up maybe in 1 week or 2 weeks time. But in the meantime, ensure that we are a network with premium fundraising entities. We have organizations like DevX, we have Funds for NGO, we have very, very, very many of them scooping for donors and putting them in because they are investing to get those kind of information. So they are put firewall. You pay. That is what we are asking you to join. Once you do that, it is easy for you to get at least something significant in about a year. If you follow the strategy I'm showing you in about a year, you should be having something you are able to present. So go forth, identify and utilize networking events, and very soon you should be able to see a significant change in your resources. I want to thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video, and I really wish you the best in your fundraising event. Our training is coming up in about 2 weeks' time. It's called a masterclass, NGO Masterclass Executive Training on Fundraising and Resource Mobilization. If you're following us on LinkedIn, the details will be there. Subscribe, click the notification bell so that you don't miss any subsequent video. Thank you very much and see you in the next video. Bye for now.